Hello, happy Wednesday. It's review day today. So Sub has a review sheet, but before we do that, we're going to go through some of the problems from the homework last night, day 3, Tuesday, 4.2. The problems that were assigned were 3 to 39. It says every 3K, so every third one. That's what a 3K means. 49, 51, and 57. So those are the problems, and this is from page 366. So before we get the review sheet, because there's going to be a quiz on Friday, I will let you know. I've probably already let you know. I let you know last Friday, so you'll have a week's head start. The quiz is going to be on 4.1 and 4.2. Degrees, minutes, seconds, and that stuff, and basic trig. Basic trig, which is going to include all 6 ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, and their applications. All right, so today we're going to go through the problems from the homework, and then you'll have time to work on the review. Tomorrow I'll go through the review. Depending on how long that takes, I may get to 4.3, but 4.3 will not be on the quiz on Friday. And then I'll see you guys on Tuesday because we have Monday off. All right, so let me make a copy of the pages here. So hold on. All right, through the magic of video editing, here I am. Copied those pages right out of your book. If you didn't do these, or if you didn't practice these, if you want to write these down, please write them down. I hope you tried these out, because quiz is on Friday. You really need to be able to do this stuff. So for 3 and 6, those are the only 2 we're doing off this page, because it's every third one. So it's multiples of 3. You've got to find the all 6 ratios. So let's look at 3. Again, you need to start out with sine of theta, OH, cosine of theta, AH, tangent of theta, OA, cotangent. Let's start flipping them. AO, secant of theta, HA, cosecant of theta, HO. Remember how they are connected. They are connected by tangent and cotangent, cosine and secant, cosecant and sine. Now look at the picture. Look where your eyeball is. It's up here. That's the theta. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Fill in the blanks. That's all it is from here. It's filling out blanks. All right, so OH, 12 over 13. 5, 13. I'm getting it right from here. Number 3. OA, so this is number 3. OA, O is 12, A is 5. AO, 5 over 12. Start flipping them. 13 over 5 and 13 over 12. Leave them as improper fractions. I'm going to recycle these ratios because I'm going to do number 6. Number 6, I'm looking from a different spot. I also need to find the third side. Use some Pythagorean theorem here. 8 squared minus 6 squared. 8 squared minus 6 squared is 28, so I have to take the square root of 28. So the square root of 28. Remember your Pythagorean theorem. 2 square roots of 7. Leave square roots in the denominator. Don't even simplify them. Leave it as square root of 28. We'll worry about simplifying stuff later. All right, so O. Hypotenuse is here. Opposite, adjacent. 6, 8. That's sine. Cosine. is adjacent, square root of 28 over 8. Don't simplify, leave them alone. They are fine the way they are. OA, opposite, adjacent, square root of 28. Leave them alone again. Don't change it, leave it alone. You got it right, don't make it wrong. AO, root 28 over 6. Again, leave it alone. Don't change it. HA, hypotenuse, 8, adjacent, square root of 28. Flip the sign. Eight over 6. Again, that one, number 6, is based on question number 6. So this is 6. I got to fill out what I don't know. This is number 6. Those go together. So that's where that information is coming from. Find the third side. Very important. If I give it to you on the quiz, hint, hint, wink, wink, and it's missing something, fill out the missing part first, then fill out the ratios. Remember, you can always retake stuff. You need to know your ratios. That's the most important part. All right, every third one. So number 9. It says the sine from where I'm looking is 3 over 7. You need your generic triangle. Sine OH 3 over 7. Pythagorean theorem, because it says evaluate the remaining trig functions. 7 squared minus 3 squared. Take that under the square root. 7 squared minus 3 squared is square root of 40. So I'm going to do the sine, the cosine, the tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant, etc. Just fill those out. 12. So you got to find all the other ones. And again, it's just a matter of which one is it? Is adjacent, square root of 40 over 7. Go to the next one. All right, so this one, number 12, you got the cosine of the theta is 5 over 8. Again, start with the generic triangle. This is the triangle I'm looking at. Ooh, that's a bad one. Triangle am I looking at here? I'm looking at this triangle. Theta is always in the same spot on the bottom. Just put it there. That's elevation, depression. It's always down there. The only time it's not down there is if they give you a picture. So that's A over H. Adjacent is 5. Hypotenuse is 8. Pythagorean theorem. 64 minus 25. Is that 39? 64 minus 25. Square root of 39. Hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite. Fill in the other ratio, sine, cosine, tangent, etc. 15. This one's a cotangent. Cotangent of theta is 11 over 3. Cotangent is the opposite of tangent. Tangent is OA. This is AO. AO. A is 11 over here. Oh, that's 3 over there. Hypotenuse, I don't know. I know it's 11 squared, 121, plus 9, which is square root of 130. Fill in the rest. Get the idea? Secant, same thing, number 18. Secant of theta equals. Secant is the opposite of sine. It's HO, it's ho. 17 over 5. HO. Hypotenuse. O. This one, square root of 17 squared minus 5 squared. Whatever that turns out to be. And fill out the rest. Let's see, 18, 21. Use your calculator. 24, we're going to use your calculator. All right. 21. The cotangent of pi over 6. Pi over 6, I think we already figured out, is 30 degrees. Cotangent. I don't have a cotangent key on my calculator. Cotangent is the opposite of tangent, so it's 1 over the tangent of 30. Because I don't have a cotangent key on my calculator. See, I've got a tangent, but not a cotangent. So it's 1 divided by tangent, it's cotangent, of 30, because I changed my degrees to radians. It's 1.7. This is what's called a special right triangle. We'll do special right triangles when we do the unit circle. So when I come back on Tuesday, actually it'll be next Wednesday, we'll actually do that until the week after. So don't worry too much about, this says exact answers, and it says without your calculator, don't worry about that. I'm looking at something. Secant. Oh, you know what? Number 18 I did wrong. I got the wrong ratio. The numbers are going to be the same, but I'm going to flip-flop 2 of them. Anybody catch that? This is secant. Secant is the opposite of cosine. Secant. So hopefully somebody said, hey, wait a minute. Secant is the opposite of cosine. So this is adjacent. And that flips this stuff around. 17 squared minus 5 squared. Oh, so you see I was being a little careless. I was checking to see if you were paying attention, actually. Come back to 24. It says cosecant of pi over 3, which we already know pi over 3 to be 60 degrees. Cosecant. I don't have a cosecant key on my calculator. So which one is it? Well, let's see. Tangent and cotangent, secant and cosine, sine and cosecant. So it's got to be the reciprocal, so 1 divided by the sine of 60. 1.15. I did it on that calculator because my calculator, I'll give you the actual radical version of it. That's okay. This is special right triangle. We'll come back to those later. So let's see. Next one is 27. So let's go to the next page. Again, you can always replay this later. It's on YouTube, so check it out. It's there. 27, same thing. It's the cosecant. So it's the opposite of sine. That's okay. Next one is 30. So number 30, the tangent of 8 degrees. Throw that in your calculator. Tangent 8. Tangent 8 degrees. There's your answer. 33. Tangent of pi over 12. Well, you got to change pi over 12 to a degrees. All right, so pi over 12. So you have pi, shift, pi over 12 times full circle 2 pi over 360 or pi over 180. So it's a 180 on top, pi on the bottom. Whoops, delete that. Pi on the bottom. I want to pick up degrees and get rid of radians. So it's 15. So tangent of 15. 0.26. Every third one. Cosecant of 19. I don't have a cosecant key, but remember, that's the opposite of sine. 1 over sine of 19. Because I don't have a cosecant key. Last one. cotangent. I don't have a cotangent key. So I got to go 1 over tangent of, I've got pi over 8 pi over 8, but I want to convert that to degrees, so it's got to be 1 over 80 over pi. You can do it all in one keystroke. Whoops. To get your answer, 2.41. All right, so that's calculator button pushing. There will be calculator button pushing. 51. Actually, it's 49. Let me go to 49. 49 is right here. What does 49 look like? That's the 50s. I didn't copy 49. Let me copy 49 for us while I'm talking here. Hope you don't miss me too much. I'll be back. You'll see me in no time. Okay, so number 49. There's 49. 49. We got to find the missing x. All right, so let's find x. Here's my angle I'm looking at. This is opposite. This is hypotenuse. This is adjacent. I know OH, so I know that's the sine of theta is O over H. Theta, do I know theta? Sure do. It's 34. Do I know the opposite? Sure do. It's 15. Do I know H? No, it's X. All right, so then I got to multiply by X to get the X's. That moves the X. I got to get rid of the sine of 34. So you're dividing both sides by sine of 34. So X is 15 over sine of 34. Throw that in your calculator. Stick with trig. It's not that bad. 26.8. That's it. 51 and 57. Let's see what's 51. I may just make sure I copied the right ones here. No, I didn't copy the right ones. 57, I got 51. Oh, I do have 51. Let me go back over to 51. Here's 51. You got to find the y. Here's theta. So this is O, A, and this is H. So OA, that's tangent of theta is 32 over y. So the tangent of 57, that's the angle, equals O 34 over y. Again, I got to do some flip-flopping. The y is going to move. The tangent's got to move. 34 over tan 57. Throw that in your calculator, see what you get. Just throw it in the way it is and get your answer. Finally, 57. This is 57 here. It has a generic triangle to start out with. I want you to find all the missing pieces. All right, so let's fill in our triangle with the information they gave us. They gave us that B, this beta, is 55. They gave us that side A is 15.58. And you got to find all the missing stuff. Remember, triangle is 180 degrees, so 90 minus 55 is 35. So that's that angle. All I did was basic geometry there. You got to remember your geometry. Could have done trig, but it's like a little too hard, a little too much. So pick where you're looking from. I'm looking from there. Looking from there, that's my hypotenuse. This is my adjacent. This is my opposite. Don't mix things up. Where am I looking from? I'm looking from 55. You could do the same thing looking from 35, but then that's O and A. So pick one, stick with it. So let's find H first, hypotenuse. AH, cosine of 55. is A over H. Solve for H. Again, we do the flip-flop. Let's find O. Let's try tangent. Tangent of 55 is O, which I don't know, over A. Throw that in your calculator. 15 times 15.58 times that gives you the answer. Remember, for H, you got to flip-flop. H is going to trade places with the cosine. But it's the same problem. All right, that's it. That's the homework from yesterday. It should give you plenty of time to work on the review sheet. The review sheet goes over all of that stuff, plus a couple other things. I think it's everything that we've done. I'll take a look at that tomorrow. You've got the rest of the time today to work on that review sheet. Work on the review sheet. The sub is not going to collect it, but quiz is on Friday. I won't be here. Make sure you know how to do that stuff. Tomorrow I will go through the review sheet in detail, but you've got to do some practice on your own. All right, don't start out on a bad note. Don't start out having to retake anything. All right, see you tomorrow.